Lay on your stomach right now. Lay on your stomach! Sir, lay on your stomach. Sir, lay on your stomach. Let me tell you what happened. No, turn around. Turn around. Sir, lay on your stomach right now. They choking the hell out of me. Sir, lay on your stomach right now. Give me your right hand. What a thing. Sir, give me your right hand. Sergeant.
Play on the radio.
That's the warning. Okay.
What good things is saying that saying, I can't move. George Floyd did it and they didn't work either. I mean, it's just getting ridiculous.
Sir, my girl, she walking right now.
And I can tell she's pregnant. She ain't gonna lose her baby. She ain't done nothing.
She was gonna fall.
She's just standing there.
And she was walking. And then you can't go where I'm
just glad to see an officer doing their job if it's good.
Stop touching you. That's it. I'm not fucking. That's it.
All right, peace and blessings, ladies and gentlemen. The video that you just saw was that of Kennard Leggett Edwards being arrested by the police after he was continuously choked in a store and permitted from leaving, basically abducted in the store by several white people in Conover, North Carolina, which is in Catawba County. Now, this incident happened recently, and I'm going to show you the entire video. However, it is disturbing, but even what's more disturbing is the guy who took the video, and his name is Jacob Isaiah Evans. And you heard a little bit of his commentary on the video saying he said he can't breathe. George Floyd did it and it didn't work. That is the mentality of this evil that we have in our society. And I'm going to also play you a video of the guy, Jacob Evans, and his response to outrage that has been given to him for his comments during the video. Now, the video is about 7 minutes long. I'm going to play it for you real quick. First of all, I do want to give out a shout out to the NCB. This video was courtesy of the NCB. Shout out to my brother Gerald Jackson, aka the baddest blogger, for putting this information out there. This is used for fair use and commentary purpose. But we have continuously seen this vigilante, outlaw, mob-like lynch type mentality in several stories, especially the one about Preston Coleman that we just saw in Pennsylvania, which mirrors this to a T. So I'm going to play this video and I'm going to stop it to commentate throughout. I'm going to try not to stop it too much because the video literally speaks for itself. This is an example, I guess, of what people are saying is going to happen or has happened as a result of, President Trump being elected. Now, I don't know. These things have been going on, but, to see them like this and to see groups of people standing around watching as this man gets choked and yelled that he can't breathe is most disturbing. And also the young man justifying it is also disturbing. Just watch this video. See, there you see the one man actually has him on his knees first by his neck. Then he stands him up. Now, the other lady you see in the video, the other black person, is his girlfriend, Isis Bell. she's attempting to come to his defense. Now, this incident happened because they were allegedly trying to steal. Allegedly, because once again, there's no evidence of that in this video. But you're going to see this video take a turn for the worse. And you see actually the man laying on the ground saying he can't breathe. And look at that white guy in the background. He's actually smiling and laughing like it's a complete spectacle. These people, like, no one intervenes during this whole time. And there you see another, and I assume the guy on the phone is the security guard. He's sitting there, quote unquote, calling the police. The girlfriend, from what I understand, is pregnant. And so she's in the midst of the fray, trying to do whatever. But at this point, if I were her, and I assume that they are the only black people in the store, because Conover is about 70% white and only 8% black. But at this point, I would be putting some hands and feet on somebody if I were her. But then again, she's pregnant.
How we can do that, bro? Are you finishing? You're not that funny me right now.
I'm just recording for y'all, son. They can't breathe. They're gonna pull another George Floyd. He can breathe just fine.
And see, that's the guy in the background saying, "Oh, he can't breathe. They're gonna pull another George Floyd. He can breathe just fine." How do you know? And once again, there you see other Walmart employees standing there peeking around the Pepsi machine looking at him. And look at the guy standing over the batteries. They're looking at this basically attack of this man.
A panic attack.
Now he's talking about, oh, he just having a panic attack. Now that is the guy you're going to hear from in a few minutes. And here you see the girlfriend kind of leave. I don't know who she goes to get, but you're going to hear her say she about to go get somebody.
Bang! Bang! Bang on me! Bang on me!
Damn, what's that?
And there you see a whole crowd of people. What does this remind you of? This reminds me of the pictures that they used to show people when the black man was hanging from the tree and they was just all standing around watching, you know, having their its and giggles, as they call it, or as they would say.
I didn't do nothing, bro. Hey, you got me. Hey, they got me. They got me. Well, finish. Fucking help me. Get over here. Damn.
See, now when the black girl starts to swing and getting the people off of them, now, oh, she hit me. She's the problem. You see how the automatic victimization comes in. Now, she's the problem. Look at it. You know, watch how the guy talks in the video.
He's pulling that George Floyd. He said, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Well, that's what I said.
Is that the new defense mechanism saying, I can't breathe? I can't breathe?
And you see the man joking about it, talking about it. That the new defense mechanism, saying, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Just literally making a mockery of what we all saw and know to be what happened to our brother George Floyd. And there you see once again people way in the background, standing off, just watching it.
What you doing here? Man, why don't you talk to me? Man, I was outside here. Man, I was.
Well, she ain't the one on the ground. You are.
No, that's what I said. She's just making it worse by doing what she's doing.
Yeah, I know.
See, now you see that man right there. He talking about she's just making it worse by doing what she's doing. So we just supposed to let people choke us out and hold us against our will. That is the mentality of some of these people who live in those small towns. You're going to hear them say, well, you don't come to around here acting like that. As I said in previous videos, the Dred Scott decision is in full effect. Black people have no rights in certain instances where white people evidently are bound to respect. Like these people, if they were accused of stealing, the manager's supposed to call the police, get their license plate, whatever the case may be, but they don't supposed to hold and detain them like that. That is kidnapping, abduction.
Man, I can still do it. Man, you can fight that? Man, I'm trying to fight that. You can fight that? If he fights that. What's on that?
You hear that guy now. She's telling him, look, you better fight back. You better fight like she at this point, she got more kahunas than he do. But if you hear that man say, if he fights back, you don't know what's going to happen. Something of that nature. And it looks like that's what all of them are waiting for, because if that man asserts his power and, you know, if he has any type of hands and start wailing on that man who got his hands on him, everybody's going to jump in and say, oh, well, yeah, he's attacking that man. That black man is attacking the white man. After the black man is being attacked by the white man, this double standard that we have pointed out in so many of these videos is mystifying at best.
Oh, they always wait this long. I mean, they ain't in a hurry. I mean, this lot of us. I'll be careful letting him go.
Where do we go? Because who's stealing, you? What's that? All my favorites. I remember.
Come to this part of North Carolina, they don't play.
You hear what he said? Come to this part of North Carolina, they don't play. Now, this is in Catawba County, in the western part of the state of North Carolina. And everybody knows western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, around that area is very, very known for, you know, their racist views. I mean, a store full of people just standing there watching. Not.
I want to take the ass and go.
That's it. Hey, they're walking right now.
This side. It's citizens arrest. I mean, what they illegal?
Once and now, that's where we have to be careful. I'm going to talk about this later, where he talks about, oh, it's a citizen's arrest. That's a very dangerous concept these days.
They're not like detained, but I mean, it's like a problem. They need to be detained. Dreaming again. He ain't coaching you. Shit.
And there you see another person done jumped in. You see the older white guy trying to jump in. He literally screaming out, he's choking me. Now, this other bystander, this dude you're going to hear from, talking about he ain't choking you. Like, how do you know? Like, this is the lack of empathy, the lack of humanity that they're showing towards this man.
I can't breathe.
Ain't nobody choking you if you can talk. Nobody's choking him. Jesus.
And here we go talking about ain't nobody choking you if you can talk. That's not true. You can be choking. Like, the unmitigated gall of some of these people.
Lay on your stomach right now. Lay on your stomach. Sir, lay on your stomach. Sir, lay on your stomach. Let me tell you what happened. No, wait, turn around. Turn around. Sir, lay on your stomach right now. Baby, choke the hell out of me. Sir, lay on your stomach right now. Give me right now. What a thing. Sir, give me your right hand.
And don't play on the radio.
That's water.
And you see the disrespect right there. You see the white people are just walking over them, stepping over them. Everybody know that that is a sign of disrespect. Even worse, the police automatically come in, don't ask if he need medical attention, tells him to put his hand behind his back. Now, everybody knows that that prone position has been the cause of a lot of demises in these situations where a person is already having, some breathing problems, and you lay them on their stomach with the brunt of their weight on their chest, and you put their arms behind their back, further putting pressure on the chest. That is called the prone position, which is, dangerous if somebody already yelling, I can't breathe. Like in school, when you can't breathe, they tell you to put your hands up to open your airways. If you put your hand back, you closing your airways and you putting pressure on your airways. But the fact that they didn't even question him, like, you see who they're talking to, they come up talking to the white people, yeah, and they did this, and they did this, and they did this, and they did that. Just total bias.
What this is he standing there saying, I can't move, I can't move. George Floyd did it and it didn't work either.
And that's that statement talking about, he keeps saying, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. George Floyd did it, and that didn't work either.
I mean, it's just getting ridiculous.
Sir, my girl, she walking right now.
And she's she ain't gonna lose her baby. She ain't done nothing.
She was gonna fall.
She's just standing there.
And she was walking. And then we can't go with her. Shit, it's not cheap.
I'm just glad to see our officers bringing their job, which is good.
It's altercation you. Shit. I'm not shit. Bro, I got scared the fuck out of me. 5, 6 people chasing me. I scared. You going to detain me? Yes, you want to be me right now. So we're going to stand up. 1, 2, 3. You're going to send me up. 1, 3. Ready? 1 morning.
So tired enough to steal.
I stole my phone. They stole my phone.
Everything was theirs, yeah. It wouldn't be tired. It was theirs.
You're trying to kill us, man. You're going to see my thing and they're trying to kill 1, 2, 3.
They weren't trying to kill him. Got it all on video.
Bend your right leg. Bend your right leg towards that.
I just left somebody in the truck. Then somebody told that there was the cops were being brutal with them because they're being brutal right now.
On your right knee. I need you to be with me. I can't stand you up. There
we go.
We'll walk through this shit, man. Yeah, it's on my phone. It's my phone. It's on my phone.
She was hitting people too.
See, look at this male Karen or Ken or whatever. She was hitting people too. You're going to hear more from this clown a little later.
Scared. Oh no.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. She's scared me, but
The black girl was grabbing.
You see how you said the black girl was grabbing, the white people didn't do nothing wrong in the whole scenario, right? You hear this guy.
Grabbing people. I heard what you said. I didn't know which one you said. Yeah, who?
And what you just saw, ladies and gentlemen, once again, is the George Penny effect, or Daniel Penny, whatever his name was. This is the Daniel Penny effect in real time. Now I'm going to show you what the recorder of this video had to say about the video and his commentary and the whole entire incident. Now that's even more appalling than the video. I don't know how much I can play of it because, you know, it's ignorant for real. But I have to play it just to show you the ignorant mentality of some people. But the Daniel Penny effect, the one who was found not guilty or acquitted or not even charged, whatever the case may be, of literally choking a man out on the subway. What that has done is set a precedent for an all-out attack by regular citizens anytime that a black person is accused of something, a black person is making others threatened. You know, people were fearful of this black guy. So I stepped in and choked them out and saved everybody on the train. Here's another incident where these people are allegedly accused of stealing. And these people are going to detain them. They're going to step in, and as you heard the cowardly commentator say, they're going to make a citizen's arrest. They're going to make a citizen's arrest. So this is what has been set as a precedent. And the fact, now, once again, I do understand why people, you know, feel that Trump and, you know, his cabinet may be influential in these things, because the fact that they had that man go to the White House or Vice President Vance or whatever, the fact that shows a precedent that does embolden people who may feel okay, who might want to try what Daniel Penny got away with. I've been wanting to choke me out, you know, a black man for a while. Let me see, you know, if I can create a scenario where I can get me a free one in. But the tables always turn when a black man protects himself, like our brother Mark Wilson in Georgia, like our brother Maurice Byrd in Pennsylvania, and like a few more cases that have been pouring in about black men protecting themselves, but they get charged. White men are not protecting anything, and they get away. And so y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments about this double standard and what can be done about it. But just listen to this guy, Jacob Evans. Once again, I don't know how much of it I can play, I can stomach, but let's just listen to this. I don't even know what to call him. Just listen to him.
To set the record straight on some things. So people are coming to my comments, harassing me, threatening me, all because I posted this video and made a joke about George Floyd. Okay, first off, George Floyd, not a hero, didn't die from racism, died from an overdose, not his neck being kneeled on. He could breathe just fine, because if you can talk and scream, then you can breathe. Because if you can't breathe, your trachea is completely closed. And guess what? You can't push air out tactically.
So he starts off with the common narrative that everybody wants to dispute the obvious fact that, you know, this man kneeled on this man's neck and they want to bring up his past drug usage. He's going to bring up all these lists, discounting the fact that everybody saw what happened. Now, first of all, you know, my brother looks, you know, like he's about two chromosomes away from having Down syndrome. And that's no offense to anybody who has Down syndrome, but I'm just, you know, he's talking like something's mentally wrong with him. Like maybe he's on the spectrum, what have you. But just listen to, you know, his rhetoric.
Activate your vocal cords. Secondly, when did justice become something that couldn't be served at the right amount because of skin color? Me and my grandpa went to Rural King, my first time there, and I got to say, I'm proud of the community that came together and put an end to this shit. They could have just let them run out with a buggy full of Milwaukee tools like Walmart would have done. But no, we didn't. Nobody did. Because when they do that, prices go up. And people like me, people who work and actually buy things, we have to pay more because of people like this.
People like that. And you're going to hear them use those terms. People like them. You people. Those people. Now, everybody knows those words. He's going to later say, I don't have a racist bone in my body. Everybody knows those terms are buzzwords for racism, right? And then he's going to go to the economic problem of stealing. If these people were trying to steal, economic property prices are not more valuable than life. So we can't let them steal because the price is going to go up. So we're going to choke them to death. That doesn't equate, sir. You know, that is not an equal trade. Property versus human life is not it. So that, again, shows your ignorance.
And y'all were hurt because I called them animals. They were acting like animals. Did you see the woman in the video swinging and grabbing on everybody?
Now, once again, that is the double standard. Who was acting like the animal? The people who were jumping on one man who was already subdued, or the woman who was trying to get them off of the man? See, like, this is a retardation. You know, just listening to some of these explanations.
They were detained, put under citizen's arrest, which is a thing in North Carolina, and they're going to get justice. They're both sitting in jail now with a $5,000 bond and charges in a felony larceny, and justice will be served. And what I said about George Floyd was completely satire. It was a joke. George Floyd didn't racism, and he did from Derek Chauvin. He died because he owed on fentanyl, and y'all were wanting to idolize a man who died years ago, who beat women, put a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach, has a CVS receipt, long list of charges, but you want to come at me because I'm speaking the truth. If the new definition of racism is speaking the truth and speaking out against this woke narrative, then I guess I'm racist. But you come to a small town and do shit like this, you're going to find out. I stand on what I said. These two people were animals. Justice will be served. What I said about George Floyd, some people may find it funny, some people may not. But that's not my problem. The world's going to continue to spin. The world don't revolve around y'all. And some of y'all that are coming in here talking about how I'm racist and this and that, I can go back and find comments on on stuff that y'all have commented on where white people are being attacked by black people and y'all were justifying it. So how was me justifying this?
Probably because when those white people were being attacked by black people, they were defending themselves. See, there's a difference between attacking someone and defending yourself. A lot of these incidents where quote unquote blacks are attacking white, they are defending themselves, like Mark Wilson, Maurice Byrd, Shaquille Hatcher, Jesse Murray Dream. All of these stories, 2 of them I've yet to do, but you're going to see the constant narrative. When black men stand up against this kind of behavior, they're the ones who are charged, especially if someone gets hurt or loses their life.
Wrong. You don't like it whenever it's you or somebody of your color. But that shouldn't be the issue here. I have no problem with people of color or people of different sexualities or religions.
Soon as a person say that, you already know. I got no problem with white people. I got 2 white friends. I ain't got no. If you don't have a problem with people, you don't even have to say it. They know it, whether you got a problem with them or whether you don't.
Or creeds, I don't care. You respect me, I'll respect you. But these people, I wouldn't even call these not a hero, didn't die from racism.
These people again.
Stuff that y'all commented on. You respect me, I'll respect you. But these people, I wouldn't even call these colored people. These are animals.
He said these people, and then he went back to the 40s. I wouldn't even call these colored people. Your words are speaking for themselves, Mr. Jacob. I wouldn't even call these colored people. Nobody calls them colored people anymore. You are stuck in that mind frame of this is how black people are treated. That's how you've been raised. And I blame your grandfather. I blame your parents. I blame whoever. Just look at them, man. It's hard to look. I don't know how much more we got, but it's hard to watch. Video.
Anybody who does this is an animal, is a criminal, is a bum, a thug. Regardless of what their skin color is. You people need to realize that.
There's you people again.
Get you straight. I stand on what I said, and I meant what I said. When did we get to a point where justice couldn't be served?
We've been there because justice has never been served for black people, sir.
Without somebody screaming racism or injustice or police brutality. And secondly, the guy who arrested him was a black police officer. So
that does not discount any racism. That black police officer knows in a town of 70% white, he has to appease white people. Let's be honest.
I'm done here. I stand on what.
And I can't take no more. I can't take no more of I don't even Morton Downey Jr. little cousin, Charles Downey Jr., whoever he is, man. But this is another example of the mindset. I mean, you have a store full of people, and these people have not been charged with anything. They haven't been convicted, but you have a possible scenario where a guy could be choked out and lose his life. All over, like the man said, some gardening tools or whatever they were. That is problematic. And the fact that you have a store full of people just sitting there in this town of Conover, North Carolina, Catawba County, I've been out there, is outrageous. Now, those people are in jail, he said, for $5,000 for quote unquote stealing. And so if this doesn't show the mentality of some people, and not all, because I would hate to think that all white people are like this. I know all white people are not like that. But the problem is, as I was discussing yesterday, it's cool. It's all well and good when the white advocates are calling, are commenting on the post. Yeah, that is wrong. You know, who are fighting with us when it's just us and them. Like we in the space together. It's the white advocates and the black people. Yeah, we're fighting for you. We're fighting for you. We're fighting for you. But what we need you to fight is when it's the black people and the white people who are oppressing or injusting or whatever the case may be, we need you to fight then just as hard as you fight in these little circuits when you call us, yeah, man, that was totally wrong. No, call the judge and put your neck on the line that way. You know, it's easy to get out and hop on the bandwagon, but talk to your racist uncle who's the police, or talk to your unjust grandfather who's the judge. You know, you can't have it in the closed circle. It gotta be, you know, don't whisper it into my ear. Yeah, that's really sad. No, you know the judge, you know the police officer, you know the sheriff. Nah, man, we got to do something about this, sheriff. This can't go on. You know, don't just, you know, pat me on my back and give me a token symbolism, a right fist in the air of support. Nah, you use some of your influence to really fight, you know? And so, man, this is just one of many. This is just one of many. So you see this incident. Now watch a few of the next stories where the tables are turned. When black men are defending themselves, they immediately get charged. If y'all don't see the double standard in America, man, I can't lay it out any further. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Shout out to my man Raynard Leggett, his girlfriend Isis Bell, you know, for trying to fight, you know. And once again, there were no other black people in that area, and I've been to those areas out west. That's where I went to recovery at. Went to recovery out there, and I was sometimes the only black guy in the recovery house. It was a revolving door. People will come and not do the program, but I stayed for long enough for me to recover. But there were definitely some self-proclaimed racist, redneck, good old boys in there with me from Tennessee, Western North Carolina, and you could tell that they were not used to being around me. But I broke it down, you know what I'm saying? Because all of us were struggling with addiction. But, you know, we had to have some conversations because, sir, you know, a few times, like, who you talking to? Like, this ain't that. But what I realized as well, and this is no justification, is certain towns, there's no black people who live there. And so they don't have any contact with any black people. Like we would stand out in front of a Walmart for 2 days straight in cities like Kings Mountain, Black Mountain, Burt County, you know, and we would fundraise for the program. I will be out there from 8 in the morning to 9 p.m. and not see one black person the whole day. I was like an exhibit out there. Not exhibit, the rapper y'all say I look like with cornrows, but I was like a museum exhibit. You know, people were happy to see me, but and so one I forgot where we was at, but and we went to this place twice. The same time I saw the same brother with long dreads all the way down to his feet, and when we saw, like, he came directly to my table, like he was happy to see me. And I was happy to see him. But I say all that to say, you got pockets of North Carolina, Tennessee. You got pockets of America where there ain't no black people. And so the only perception that they have of black people is what the media portrays. And you see this young man right here. You can tell he ain't been around no black people because he keeps using the term "you people." Those people, these people, you can tell, like, it's a barrier. It's a mental barrier in his mind. And that's the dangerous part, when your mind is so closed that you can't even, you know, build with a person on an individual level. Like once again, I have white associates. I would even say a couple of white friends, right? I would venture to say that. And I guess I would have to defer to what Malcolm X said one time, where you might have a white person who's friendly, but, you know, I wouldn't call them a friend. like I've been in some situations where, you know what I'm saying, some white, some people have came to my defense, my aid, my assistance. So I'm not going to put all white people in that category, but the white people who know that these things happening and are not doing anything about it, you're either complicit or you're condoning it. But yeah, I don't know how I went off on that tirade. I just wanted y'all to see the video, but y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. 919-587-7782. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a blessed day.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House, bring the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you in your feet.
Taylor House, we got the scoop. Taylor House Publishing.